We're in the middle of the second day now. It's the afternoon. Lunch has just finished, and the kids are back in action with the student volunteers, as you can see. And over the period of the 2 weeks, I've talked to Ken a fair bit. This is Ken here. Is it fair to say you're the director of VTT?
Yeah, I'm
you're the
teacher title.
You are. And in conversation with Ken, I've just come to realise just the impact, the significant impact of the Leeds Met volunteering involvement here. And Ken's agreed just to talk to me about one or two things on this. Ken, I don't know if you want to just cover some of the obvious impacts of the students here to my left with the kids teaching.
Okay, well, if you just look around at these kids here, they have not had a native English speaking teacher in their schools. Right. The Leeds group here are about the first big English camp that they've had. Right. Let me just explain the term English camp. It is 3 days of intensive English teaching,
yep,
or activities centering around them. Most of the activities, all the stuff is student centered. One minute. Are we ready? Just watch this. This is the way the games go.
We're just digressing here because the kids are in the middle of a game. But it's like Ken says, they're hearing actual English speakers here, and they do seem to thrive on these competitions. But you'll have heard Ken dare say about, this is the first time they've heard real English people, and you'll have heard us say before the significance of tourism over in Thailand, and just how much these children may come to rely on that. I don't know if you want to say any more just about the impact with the kids, Ken, or whether we want to some of the other the significant other impacts that Leeds Met's involvement's having with you.
Leeds Met have had a significant impact on people in the area as well as the children in the area. But go back for a minute, back to this. Learning grammar is boring.
Yeah, well, I know.
And this is what these kids are doing. Okay, we've got about 140 kids in this camp.
Yep.
There were 120 in the camp before, and 140 in the camp before that.
The first one, yeah.
Each of these groups of kids have had 3 days of intensive English, and they've had a bit of fun while they've been doing it as well.
Oh, I think they've had a lot of fun, Ken. Yeah. Well, should we just go outside? So maybe we can. I'll follow you outside. Maybe we can just talk a little bit more quietly. Right, yeah, we've talked over the time just about, as I say, some of the other aspects of where, the involvement has helped out either directly with the kids or with things in the region. And I know you wanted to say maybe one or two examples of that.
Quite a few people that have benefited from Leeds Metropolitan University visiting. And there was an offshoot of one of them, one of the guys we employ as our taxi driver.
Right.
At the end of the camp a couple of years ago, we give him a kind of a bonus for the extra work he'd done that he hadn't been paid for.
Yeah.
So we decided to cover that. And that was about 5,000 baht.
How much is that in?
It's about £100.
That's £100, yeah.
And this guy said, okay, I will use this money to take the sea gypsy children to school because their parents cannot afford the bus fare.
It's hard to imagine that, yeah.
So for £100 a month, 38 kids were going to school.
And he was using his taxi to take
He
them.
used his taxi to take him, yeah, and it was £10 each or something like that.
Because they weren't getting any schooling at all otherwise.
Right. So
you can see there's a lot of background noise again, but that's part and parcel of
Yeah.
it. So yeah.
Okay, that year, it was 2 years ago, Leeds Met students had done sponsored walks, sponsored cycle rides.
We've done some fundraising,
and they raised us about £1,000. So I pledged half of it to keep Golding, taking the kids to the school.
So he could carry on after the month. Yeah.
And we actually carried it on for the year. We used the whole £1,000 to get the kids to school. We could have done with a new photocopier, but what the hell? You want the kids to go to school.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be involved in that sort of thing, isn't it? In that sort of contribution.
But I couldn't have done that without the money from Leeds Met students.
No, that's
incredible. Other offshoots in the community, as you know, you went to Bansang Chong.
Bansang Chong, yep.
Yeah, the homestay village.
Yep.
The benefits there. I presume you had a guide to take you across to the island.
Yep.
And then did you do the tour of the bay?
Yep. Yeah, we did.
This is all income to pretty poor people.
Yep.
And then the homestay itself.
And this is all in low season when they're particularly.
Nobody around.
Yeah,
but
I know things are
foreigners at all.
Particularly low ebb, yeah.
And that was just on the Bansang Chong. Now, here we are on a larger island. This one is Koh Noi.
Yep.
I said the whole island does not have an English-speaking teacher.
Not one.
Not one. And the schools have come together so that all the kids.
Yeah, you'll have noticed on the banner there, I don't know if I didn't point out the detail, but they've actually brought in kids from other neighbouring islands just to share in this 3-day English camp that Ken's put together with our students. Yeah, that's impressive.
Now, again, low season being very important. The high season is very short here. It's only about 4 months.
Right.
And we're staying at the bungalows.
Yeah.
The whole place is empty.
No, I noticed
rented
that. Yeah.
10 bungalows for 3 days in the middle of the low season. That is a real bonus for us people.
Yeah. It's sort of good to see that, you know, the impact of what we're doing. It does roll out, doesn't it? It's much wider than we think.
And it's even simple things like going for a meal.
Yeah. You can probably pick up in the background. There's a bit of a game going on again. Look, they do seem to thrive on it. Sorry, Ken, back to you.
Those kids are learning nouns, verbs, and adjectives.
It's like you said, not naturally one of the most interesting topics, and it's going down well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We turn it into a game.
Yeah. Oh, it's good. It's good.
Now, we've been talking about the impact on the community.
Yeah.
Cadillac itself. You've got the
You just have to shout, Ken, like they do. Yeah, we were saying that